And welcome to the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Shelley Whitehead. Thank you so much for joining us right here on Charter Channel 8, where you can see us 6 days a week. But if for some reason you're busy on vacation and can't catch us there, you can always find us on YouTube, blip.tv, and on Facebook. And I love our Facebook opportunity because Leanne does upload the newest episode right to your news feed, so you don't even have to look very far. And the great thing is right now through the Renaissance season, if you like us on Facebook, we are giving away a pair of Renaissance tickets. So if you haven't done it yet, go out there, find us, like us, and get entered to win that pair of Renaissance tickets so you can enjoy the Renaissance as much as I do. We do want to thank you so much for joining us and remind you that if you have any great ideas of something that's happening in the community that you'd like to see right here on the Owatonna Today Show, you can contact us at 390-5751, or you can send us an email at owatonnatoday@charter.net. Let us know what you'd like to see on the show, and we'll see what we can do. We're going to be talking today with the Owatonna Rotary as well as the Owatonna Library, so stay with us. We'll be right back on the Owatonna Today Show.
Hello, I'm Sean McNulty.
And I'm Deb Gillard with Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House, and Clarebridge of Owatonna.
And we are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
I needed more than just another dead-end job. I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
With the kids off to college, I decided it was time for me to go back to work and express myself.
Express got me in touch with some really great companies. Now I'm on my way to a great career.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Beth Giltfett of Horizon Eye Care Professionals. Eye care you can trust. We're proud supporters of Owatonna Today.
And we're back with the Owatonna Today Show. I have with me Julie Rethemeier and Ann Vargason. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
We're going to talk Rotary Club Corn Feed, but first, if you don't mind, I'd love for you to introduce yourself, tell our audience a little bit about you and what you do in the community.
All right, I'm Julie Rethemeier. I'm the Director of Public Affairs for Federated Insurance. I've been a member of our Rotary Club for 7 years now, and we're excited to talk to you this morning about the Rotary Corn Feed.
Yeah, good.
And I'm Ann Vargason. I work with, I'm a real estate agent with Prudential Advantage Realty, and I like Julie, have been in the Rotary Club for about 7 years also.
Let's talk about the Rotary Club. What is this thing? We do have two of them. There's the Early Edition and the Noon, and you guys represent the Early Edition. Let's talk about the Rotary Club and what it does for the area and the community.
Yeah, we're a group of business and professional leaders in the community that get together and do civic types of volunteer activities for both local. We raise a lot of money for local activities, but then also international. Rotary Club is an international organization across lots of countries. You can tell me exactly how many. And we do have two clubs. We have the Noon Club, and then the Early Edition was started about 11 or 12 years ago now. So we meet at 7 o'clock on Wednesday mornings at the fire hall. And so there's probably about 30 to 35 of us that get together bright and early in the morning to get together.
The morning people.
Yes, we're bright and early. We like to get going nice and early in the morning. And always looking for new members. So if anybody wants to join us.
What is the benefit, from yourself, from your perspective, what are some of the benefits of being a part of the Rotary Club?
We get to be very involved in the community. I've met just a ton of people through Rotary. And even though we're separate clubs, we do work a lot with the Noon Club as well. So it's got a little bit misnomer that we're maybe in competition. We work together. In fact, we were all working together at the Strive Run on Saturday for the fair. So we all come together and help out in a variety of ways. And the Noon Club is great. They help us with corn feed as well, so we really band together. One of our big things is the fireworks, and that's what we'll talk a little bit about that with corn feed, but we really do the fundraising and spearhead that for the fireworks. I don't know if a lot of people know that the city kind of decided about 10 years ago or more that they just couldn't take that on anymore. So our club decided to make that one of our big things in our fundraising. So we fundraise that money every year for the next year's fireworks show. So it's a big undertaking to do that, but the Noon Club then comes alongside and helps us with those efforts as they can as well.
You talked about it being a community event. That's your big fundraisers, the fireworks. Well, how is that Explain to me a little bit how Rotary sees that as a community event. Why is that such a big deal, and why was it important for you to keep continuing that tradition?
Well, fireworks, 4th of July, apple pie, it all comes together. So we just felt it was really important for our community to be able to have that. Otherwise, people are leaving town. They're going up to the cities where there's more fireworks displays, and we want to keep people right here in Owatonna and to give them a fabulous show that really can rally that of those that you'd see in the Twin Cities. It's that good, and we raise that much money for it.
And groups even get together. People get together with groups in their neighborhood as well as at the fairgrounds and different segments. So it brings the community together, not only at the fairgrounds, but throughout the town.
It's not as fun to watch fireworks by yourself in your backyard as it is sitting around a bunch of people. You have at least 20 people going ooh and ah at the same time.
Exactly.
It is much more fun to have that community feel and having everyone together and watching those things. So, again, you guys do you solely sponsor the fireworks? Is it just through you guys?
Well, no, we spearhead the fundraising efforts, but it is with many, many local businesses and individuals that have helped
keep it going.
So
and then making it bigger and better
every year. Exactly. Yeah. So we could not do it without the help of everybody that's involved.
And the city does contribute as well.
Yeah,
so they haven't completely taken away from it. They just
Right. Well, let's talk a little bit about this corn feed because, as you said, it is the fundraiser for this kind of thing. We just saw the fireworks and we're able to enjoy those. You guys do. Anyway, so let's talk a little bit about the corn feed. How many years has this been going on, Ann?
I think that corn feed's been, I think it's our 7th year.
Okay.
It's been very, very successful. We've also added about 3-4 years ago, we added delivery. So we deliver to businesses. We try to deliver at least 10 meals or more, but we've had some businesses order 30 and 35 meals, and we bring them, because sometimes you just can't make that half-hour lunch period to go all the way downtown and so forth. Now, in the past, it's been at the Elks Club. This year, we did change. We are now going to be at the Eagles Club, so we want everybody to know that. We'll have a sign at the Elks Club in case you come to the wrong place.
Well, you had to do that because this is just getting bigger and bigger every year.
It is.
Last year, you said talk about a little bit about the numbers that you had for last year.
I think we served 700 meals, and I think about half of them were delivery.
Okay.
Yeah. So it takes a big logistics, crew too, and that's another way that the Noon Club gives us a hand, because our numbers are there, and everybody in our club will help and get their hands in it and everything, but we do need a few more people, so that's been helpful.
Well, and it's corn feed's almost a little misleading because it's not just corn. You actually have a full meal. Talk a little bit about what you do provide for people.
Well, the corn feed is chicken breast and a bun, potato salad, cookie, and a beverage. The corn is all donated by Lakeside Foods, and we get together the night before and do the shucking and cleaning and cutting and taking care of it that way.
You talked to us like maybe around 2,000 ears of corn, close to.
Yeah.
It's a lot of corn to shuck, let me tell you.
Well, but at the end of the day, do you guys want to eat any corn, or are you so tired of it by the end of the day?
No, actually, we after we shuck it, we go have some corn at that point in time. Again, talk about great community or event for our club to be able to do. So we have a lot of fun. We get the kids and the spouses, and everybody comes out to help with that. And at the on Tuesday, we'll have a lot of spouses and kids helping us with that as well.
But what time does the corn feed run from?
It's from 11 to 2, again, at the Eagles Club. That's going to be a change this year versus the Elks. But the delivery is a great option. We have a lot of businesses that choose that. So we have become kind of masters extraordinaire in packing things up and figuring out the best way to do that and delivering around town. Might give Jimmy John's a run for their money.
But also, you have to have your order in before. You can't just call at noon and say, hey, I want 35 lunches.
Correct. So they can call, or they can go on our website, www.owatonarotary.com, and there's an order form there, and then it gives the fax number to fax it into, or
we can call. They can call in, and that number is 507. 213-6425, and we ask that the orders for delivery are to that number or faxed by 9 a.m. Because if it's 10 or 11, sometimes we've got everything set up. We know where everybody's going to go,
to what,
when, and trying to get there as fast as, on time as we can.
Well, I think it kind of really makes sense to me that the Rotary Club is in charge of this, because there are so many logistics. You have so many business people who are used to dealing with all these minutiae that are like, oh yeah, no, we got this, no problem. Tell us, we did talk a little bit about the 4th of July's project, but it's much more that this money goes towards. Talk a little bit about some of the other programs.
We also, it helps fund our kindergarten book donation. In May, at the end of the school year, we give a book to each kindergarten student in Owatonna. And that's a really fun project. Everybody
we get to go read to them as well.
Oh, do you? So again, an opportunity for you as a part of the club to have a service opportunity.
Exactly. Get into the community, get into those classrooms, tell the kids a little bit about Rotary, if they can understand that, and then also share the books with each of them. That's always a highlight.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And we also donate money to the beautification projects, the flower baskets around town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good. Now, so obviously you guys are very, very busy, and so I'm sure that you would always look for more people to join the Rotary. So talk a little bit about what it means to join the Rotary, what that process is, and what are some of the benefits for the people that do join.
No,
the
process would be just come, if you're interested, come join us on a Wednesday morning at 7 o'clock. Actually, after one of these shows a year or two ago, we had a couple people show up. So we're glad to have people come, or give Ann or I a call, or anybody in our Rotary Club. And that's just kind of learning more about it, kind of see if it's a good fit for you, meeting with our membership director, learning more about it from that way, and then kind of sending an application form and getting involved. So we'd encourage people to just check it out. If just coming doesn't mean that you're going to be part of the club, but just come check us out, see if it makes sense. We like to really say we're a very active club. There's a lot of different things that we're involved in the community with different fundraisers and other different things. So if that's what interests you and you're looking to give back to your community and serve in some way, it's a great opportunity. You meet a lot of people through our speakers as well. Just you'll learn fabulous things that you wouldn't maybe have the chance to get to know. So there's just a lot of different benefits from that standpoint. And of course there's breakfast, great breakfast, catered by Cardinal Catering.
Okay.
So that's always a great draw as well.
And how often do you meet?
Weekly. We meet weekly at 7 o'clock at the fire hall.
Okay, good. And tell me, let's get the details again once more for the Corn Feed.
The Corn Feed is next Wednesday, August 27th.
It's Tuesday.
Sorry, we meet on Wednesdays. Okay, thank you.
We'll meet the next day and talk about how great the Corn Feed is.
Exactly. We will. So it is Tuesday, August 27th, from 11 to 2 at the Eagles Club.
And what is the cost for that?
It's $8, and kids 6 and under are free.
Oh, nice. And then tell us again, give us the website and the phone number in case people want to write that down so that they can get some orders.
Sure. The order form can be gotten from our website, which is www.owatonarotary.com. Also, the phone number to call in is 507-213-6425.
Now, is there a minimum order for the deliveries? Or?
We would like the deliveries to be at least 10.
Okay.
If it's 6 or 7, we don't want to turn anybody away.
Give them a tip.
That's right.
Yes, please tip
Give your driver a tip.
That's good. Well, ladies, thank you for your time. I know it's going to be a great time, and I look forward to seeing the fireworks myself next year.
Good. We would love that.
All right,
Thank you.
We will be right back to the Owatonna Today Show, talking to the Owatonna Library. Stay with us.
Everyone deserves opportunities to have a good life, a quality education that leads to a stable job, enough income to support a family through retirement, and good health. But the reality is, many children fall behind, many families are struggling, and many others are in poor health. United Way's goal is to find long-term solutions. Thanks to a grant from the Otto Bremer Foundation, we're hosting community conversations this year to address these issues. If you'd like to join us, please call our office.
Hi, I'm Rick Smith, Golf Course Superintendent of the Brooktree Golf Course. Brooktree is an 18-hole championship golf course featuring well-manicured greens, tees, and fairways. We are open to the public. I challenge you to find a better maintained golf course for the money we charge here at Brooktree. Come on out and play Brooktree. a great golf course.
Hi, this is Dr. Amy Swain, and I want everyone to hear better. At Amy Swain Hearing Centers, we offer many different brands of hearing instruments because everyone has a different lifestyle. Let me, Dr. Amy Swain, help you find the best hearing device for your hearing needs at Amy Swain Hearing Centers of Owatonna, Austin, and Waseca. Call 1-800-804-3361 for an appointment today, or visit my website at www.amyswainhearingcenters.com, because you deserve to hear better.
Hi, I'm Brenda with the Mortgage Office of Brenda Bednar, aligned with American Mortgage and Equity Consultants, where closings feel right from the beginning. I'm a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
And we're back with the Owatonna Today Show. I have Dawn Sorensen and Louanne Kaupa. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Now, I'd like really quick, if you don't mind, for you to introduce yourselves, tell our audience a little bit about you. Is this the first time both of you have been on the show?
Yes.
Oh, so you've been on before, so they've seen you, but for you, it's going to, oh, yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
You're now going to be famous.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Well, my name is Dawn Sorensen. I work at the Owatonna Public Library. I worked there for 8 years plus. I worked there in high school as well, so been there a long time.
Okay, and so tell us, you are the administrative assistant out there?
I am. I also have my foot in the door of a few other areas of the library.
And is it this movie night including
yes,
one of those? Okay.
Yes.
And that's
I'm
what
excited
we'll talk
for
about
that.
Yes. Good, thank you. All right, go ahead.
Good morning, Shelley.
Good morning.
Thank you for having us. My name is Louanne Kaupa, and I am a registered dietitian in private practice with Eat Well Nutrition Therapy. I've also served on the food shelf board here on and off over the last 21 years, but I'm on right now again.
Okay.
And so this is kind of near and dear to me, this documentary showing at the library, because it deals with hunger. I also, this summer, I'm helping manage the library's garden with school children and high school children with the ALC program. So,
okay, well, let's start talking. Dawn, let's talk about the movie itself.
Yes.
The library likes to have these movie nights, and they don't think they just want to do fluff oftentimes.
Right.
They'd like to actually make it educational if they can.
Sometimes. Yes, we do.
Fluff is good, too.
Fun.
We
yes.
need a little fun.
Entertainment.
So talk us a little bit about the movie itself.
Okay. Well, the Owatonna Public Library was fortunate to receive a grant from the Blue Cross Blue Shield Foundation of Minnesota this year. And part of the monies for the grant that we received go towards providing equitable health information for our community. We thought this film, this documentary, A Place at the Table, would be great to show to our community because it wasn't accessible by way of theaters for Owatonna. I think it showed at the Lagoon in Minneapolis. And
it was
uptown. It was select theaters.
Throughout the U.S.
And this is an important health issue that we have to deal with in the United States.
Well, what is the movie about? What is its core concept?
It is about the problem of hunger in the United States. And it highlights some ethical and political issues regarding hunger.
Well, and I think we in Owatonna are fortunate. You know, we don't have a lot of homeless people in this area. And I know there are some, but there's not a lot, and we don't see them. I spent the summer in Colorado, and there were homeless everywhere. There were some on every corner. There were people who were hungry and didn't have that. And I think sometimes we don't have that same connection. And so this is a great opportunity to realize that there's more than just us in this world, and that there's other people that we need to consider.
But we do have hunger in our community. About 11% of people in Steele County utilize the Steele County food shelf, right?
Yeah.
And most of them are working. They're the working poor. They're not unemployed necessarily. 50% of those who use the Steele County food shelf are children. They have no means themselves to...
Well, hopefully not.
Right. So we do have hunger. We have nice mechanisms in our community to help people with hunger. We also, and this has been a change I've seen in my time in Owatonna, which is now just over 20 years. Last year, 40% of our Owatonna school district students received free or reduced lunch. So we are seeing greater amounts of poverty, and obviously poverty is a risk factor to hunger.
The movie itself, it talks about hunger, but what specifically does it talk about? What kind of does it just list statistics, or does it talk about some of the root causes of the hunger? What does it discuss?
All of the above. The documentary, and I have not seen it totally through yet, but it's been dialogued a lot in my professional circles in hunger and nutrition. And as a nation, we produce a lot of food. We produce about 3,200 calories every day for every person in the United States, which is about double what most people need a day. However, what we produce is not necessarily what we need for health. If we were to truly produce the amount of food we needed as a nation to meet the dietary guidelines for disease prevention, we would need to double our acreage of vegetables and double our acreage of fruit to be produced. We produce a lot more field corn than sweet corn. So go to the sweet corn feed. And that's a big problem because we're not feeding our population what we really need for health and well-being.
As you're working on the garden and working with the school children, is that something that you work towards with them, discussing that and talking about them, and hopefully making little community farmers out of the children as well?
I think the goal, the research has been clear that, children don't eat food if they don't know what it is. And when we first started with the library garden and the school garden project, we had about 30 children involved, and we asked them to draw a picture of their favorite fruit or vegetable. Half of them asked, what is a vegetable? And these were 1st through 6th graders. These are not preschoolers. These are children. So if we're serving them vegetables in the school lunch program, which we now are serving more because of the Healthy, Hungry, Free Kids Act of 2010, but if they don't know what they are, they're not as apt to eat them. So that's kind of one of the goals, is to get them to see, where does food come from? How is it grown? And let them taste it, take it home. When they come to the garden in the summer on Tuesdays, they actually get to take produce home from the garden to eat with their families and come back and pick more the following week. So part of it is really exposing people to what vegetables are.
And Dawn, through the library, why is this an important project for the library to be a part of?
Well, I think it's great that we were fortunate enough to receive a grant that we can make materials and programs like this available to the community, because it's an ongoing issue. I know the Food Shelf has the Hometown Sampler every year, and that's a wonderful event, a wonderful community event. But we have to continue that dialogue and that awareness throughout the year. So we're happy to be a part of that.
Well, I know you yourself are very into agriculture. You love plants and vegetables. And so have you had a chance to see the documentary itself?
I have.
How did it impact you as you looked at what you do and what's around you, that kind of thing?
Well, in my years in working with the library, I've seen children come in, and immediately after school, some of them are hungry, and we try to get them outside to the garden in the summer months and get them connected with food in that way. But I guess I didn't realize that it was such a big issue for this community in this county. So I think it's important for everyone to understand.
Does the film itself give some ideas to us as community members on what we can do now? Or is it, sometimes I guess I get frustrated with some documentaries. These are problems, but they don't introduce solutions. Does this film help introduce some solutions that we can do here in the community?
It does.
Good.
It does, and it gives a better understanding of some of the political issues surrounding this problem of hunger.
Okay,
and it's not too late politically, because we haven't really resolved our farm bill, and it has much to do with our agricultural policy.
Okay, and we're such a farming community. I think this can be a hot button issue. So I think it's important for people to come, listen, and start talking. Like you said, open that dialogue up and not be afraid of it just because it's maybe not something you're familiar with, just like a vegetable. But to start that dialogue and just talk about it as a community. What can we do to help those people who are here and help them help ourselves in a way too?
Yes.
So when is that movie?
The movie is Monday, August 26th at 6:30 p.m. We will have a discussion following the film.
Okay, good. And some people are, and all ages? Is it
free to all?
Free to all. Do you think
yes.
children will be engaged by this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So it is something they could like to. Good.
Yes.
And if people still are interested in helping with the community garden, is there still opportunities?
Yes, Tuesdays at 3. So the next week will be, I guess, the last Tuesday of the summer, but we, from 3 to 4 o'clock, are always there.
Okay.
Once school starts, the ALC students from the high school who planted the garden in the spring will be coming back to help nurture it and pick produce.
Oh, good. And so just to come by and see the garden, see what you've done, maybe encourage people to start their own gardens in their own home. Because I think it seems daunting, but to be able to see a bunch of little kids being able to do it, it should be a good thing. Good. If people have questions, how can they contact the library about this?
The phone number at the library is 444-2460. We are on the web at www.owatonna.info.
Thank you, ladies, for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And hopefully a lot of
Shelley.
people get out there and see this and can transform how they look at their own community. It's a good thing.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. And we will be right back with the Owatonna Today Show. Stick with us.
Hi, I'm Mike.
And I'm Jake with Napa Auto Parts.
Napa has the know-how for all your automotive needs.
Napa is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Did you know that it is illegal in the city of Owatonna to host or allow a gathering where minors will be consuming alcoholic beverages on your property or in your residence? Did you know that it is illegal to provide minors with alcohol unless they are your own kids in your own home? Underage drinking leads to increased risk of future chemical dependency, engaging in more serious criminal activity, and becoming a victim of a crime. Please help keep our kids and our community safe by not encouraging, hosting, or allowing underage drinking. This is a message from the Owatonna Police Department and the Safe and Drug-Free Coalition of Steele County.
And here's a quick look at some of the community announcements for our area. At the annual meeting of the Owatonna Foundation, the trustees voted approval of 2 major grants. The first of these is going to the Owatonna Art Center and prove to be and actually prove to be in addition to a grant previously approved in June for $75,000. This grant was to be used towards the Art Center addition and for the West Hills, acknowledging the importance of this project, which aligned closely with the Foundation's core interests of supporting community, education, and arts, as well as recreation. The Foundation voted to increase the grant from $75,000 to $100,000 so the Art Center can complete their fundraising efforts and begin this project. The second grant approved by the trustees was to the Coda Living Center in the amount of $100,000. This grant is cited to be used to help the cost of constructing the covered walkway between the facility and the Alina Owatonna Hospital. In addition, the Owatonna Foundation elected Bob Heers of Heers Family Farm to be the newest trustee serving on the Owatonna Foundation. On Saturday, September 7th, the Steele County Humane Society, in conjunction with Minnesota SNAP, will be offering low-cost spay-neuter services for companion animals and free roaming community outdoor cats, or what are called feral cats. If you'd like more information and see if you qualify for this program, call the MinSNAP at 612-720-8236. You can please leave a message, and no one may answer that phone. Do leave a message, and your call will be returned. You can visit their website at minsnap.org. They do fill up fast. Space is limited, so contact them today to find out if you can qualify and help spay and neuter some of those feral and home cats. And finally, the Owatonna Art Center will host its annual Art and Fine Crafts Sale, pastimes November 7th, 8th, and 9th. If you're interested in being a part of this, you can contact them at 507-451-0533. Thank you so much for joining us right here on the Owatonna Today Show. We'll see you on Friday. Have a good week.